How's it going, guys? In today's video we'll just be breaking down day 3, so squats, and we'll be starting off with the exercises, or some of the exercises at least, that my physio has got me doing. um, and these exercises have helped me massively to finally start squatting heavy, whilst minimizing as much pain to my knee as possible. So today, he had planned that I should do 2 sets of a max hold of the single leg wall sit. And as you can see there, the difference between my right and left is night and day. And annoyingly, like with my left, honestly, ever since that I had the injury in my leg, it's just a massive difference in strength, especially when it comes to holding these certain positions. But thankfully, I was able to finally get well, I say that and then while I go and let me hold on to the rack. I did another set which looked a lot better, but just didn't want to film it. I should have filmed it, to be fair. But I did 2 sets on my left leg of 45 seconds. And then I kind of used my right leg as like a gauge to see how far I can hold it. And my right leg, I did 100. I did a minute and 15 seconds. Then we move over to what he calls combat kneeling, combat kneels, or knee combat kneelings. We'll just go for that for now. But basically, the whole point of this exercise is to push my foot down to the ground. So what I'm doing is a bit of a loaded eccentric movement. So not only am I just trying to sit my butt down towards my heel, I'm physically pushing my leg down at the same time as I'm lengthening that muscle. In this case, it's the quad. And by doing this particular variation as well, it really works into my knee, to which is where I had the injury. And that's been an exercise that's been really allowing me to not only load in that stretch position, but to really manage it better as well. Like kind of having more intent to pull my knee down as opposed to just flexing the knee itself. Then we move on to the segmented cat-cow. So this is just separate to my knee work, more about keeping my spine as robust as possible. And with this drill, I'm physically trying to move one vertebrae at a time into full flexion and extension. And what you see here, guys, is something I haven't been able to do properly for a very long time. So honestly, kneeling in that position without feeling much pain, oh my god, it was such a relief. Then we finish off the spine work here with the seated spine cars. Annoyingly, I was supposed to do this standing with a foam roller on my back to kind of minimize movement with my hips, but when I read the programming in my mind, I read seated. And with this, again, it's just all about trying to move through as much range as I can only through my spine. And again, this exercise has really helped me just keep my spine healthy, but again, as I said before, very robust, as you're about to see now as I work up to my last and 4th set of my squats. So this was a set 3 at 200 kilos. And honestly, to be lifting this weight without being in much pain and moving relatively smooth was such a relief. Massive milestone for me at this point in time. So yeah, really happy with that. Then we move into the squat jumps, and one was weighted, one was without, just to give you guys a bit of a perspective on how they both look next to each other. I would like to give myself a bit of credit with those editing skills as well. Then we finish off the video with the secondary movement of the day, which was the snatch grip RDL. And this felt really fun. Like, I've RDL'd up to 190, I think even 200 kilos before in the past. So doing this for 10 reps felt really good. So I've decided to kind of lower the weight down, really just focus on just getting that stretch at the bottom position, move through as much range of motion as possible. And I'd like to actually start progressing this way, so taking smaller jumps, or starting off lighter, I was taking smaller jumps as I start to progress with higher numbers. So that was my top set of 10 repetitions. And then now we move on to my last 2 sets. So this was just one of them, of 100 kilos. So going a little bit lighter, again, just trying to reinforce that mind to muscle connection, trying to get as much range of motion as I can in the movement, and keeping the quality up in my session. So far so good. My next session is day 4, where we will cap off week 7, and then we move on to week 8. So yeah, thanks for watching as always, guys. Like, share, and subscribe.